Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Blessed Be the Gift, the 1 year Bible read along by a Christian single mom. You guys, it's been a rough day today. I'm not going to lie. I had to shovel my driveway. We had 11 inches of snow where I live and was off today from work, but I do have to go in tomorrow, it looks like. And I am so sore. I'm out of shape. I cannot believe I was doing all that as a single mom. It's exhausting. I also been rearranging my furniture, which didn't really help. I've been doing a lot of lifting I probably shouldn't be doing, and so I'm exhausted tonight. Hopefully, I won't yawn during the reading tonight, like I did last night. But again, I am exhausted and ready for bed. So we're going to make this as quick as possible for tonight. And I'm sorry for the rush through this. I hope I can pronounce some of these words a lot better. And I just hope that you will be patient with me as I am being a single mom and, the struggle's real. So here we go, January 6th, in the Bible, Genesis 13:5 through 15:21. And Lot also, which went with Abram, had flocks and herds and tents, and the land was not able to bear them, and they might dwell together, for their substance was great, so that they could not dwell together. There was a little strife between the herdmen of Abram cattle and the herdmen of Lot's cattle, and the Canaanite and the Perizzite dwelled them in the land. And Abram said unto Lot, There be no strife, I pray thee, between me and thee, and between my herdsmen and thy herdsmen, for we are brethren. It is not the whole land, therefore thee, separate thyself, I pray thee, from me. If thou wilt take the left hand, and I will take the right. And if thou depart to the right hand, then I will go to the left. And Lot lifted up his eyes, and held all the plain of Jordan, and that was well watered everywhere. Therefore Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, even in the garden of the Lord, like the land of Egypt, as thou comest unto Zar. Then Lot chose him all the plain of Jordan, and Lot journeyed east, and they separated themselves, and one from the other. Abram dwelt in the land of Canaan, and Lot dwelled in the cities of the plain, and pitched his tent toward Sodom. But the men of Sodom were wicked and sinners before the Lord exceedingly. And the Lord said unto Abram, after that Lot was separated from him, Lifted up now thy eyes, and took from the place where thou art northward, and southward, and eastward, and westward. For all the land which was seeth to thee will I give it, and to thy seed forever. And I will make thy seed as the dust here on earth, so that if a man can number the dust of the earth, then shall thy seed also be numbered. Arise, walk through the land in the length of it, and in the breadth of it, for I will give it unto thee. Then Abram removed his tent, and came to dwell in the plain of Mamre, which was in Hebron, and built there an altar unto the Lord. And it came to pass that in the days of Amraphel king of Shinar, Arok king of Elazar, Chedorlaomer king of Elam, and Tidal king of nations, that these made war with Bera king of Sodom, and with Berisha king of Gomorrah, Shinab king of Admara, and Shebimber king of Nebalim, and the king of Bela, which was Zar. All these were joined together in the vale of Siddim, which was the salt sea. 12 years they served Chalomer, and in the 13th year they rebelled. And in the 14th year came Chedorlaomer and the kings that were with him, and smote the Rephaims and Ashtaroth, Carneum and Zumis in Ham, and the enemies of Shavah, Karalaham, and Horites in the mount of Seir, unto El Paran, which was in the wilderness. And they returned, and they came to Amishaphat, which is Kadesh, and smote all the country of the Amalekites, and also the Amorites that dwell in Hazerom Tamar, and there went to the king of Sodom and king of Gomorrah, and the king of Admah, and the king of Zebalalim, and the king of Bela, the same as Ar, and they joined battles with them in the vale of Siddim, with Chedorlaomer, the king of Elam, and Tidal, king of nations, and Aphmarel, king of Shinar, and Arak, king of Elazar, 4 kings with 5, and the vale, Sodom, was full of Salif pits, and the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah fled, and fell there where they remained, fled to the mountains. And they took all the goods of Sodom and Gomorrah, and all of their victuals, and went their way. And they took Lot, Abram's brother's son, who dwelt in Sodom, and his goods, and departed. And then one that was escaped had told Abram in Hebrew, for he dwelt in the plain of Mamre, and Amorite, brother of Ashcol, and brother of Anar, and these were confederate with Abram. And when Abram heard that his brother was taken captive, he armed his trained servants born in his own house, 318, and pursued them unto Dan. And he divided himself against them, he and his servants, by night, and smote them, and pursued them into the Hobah, which was on the left hand of Damascus. And he brought back all the goods, and also brought again his brother Lot, and the goods, and the women also, and the people. And the king of Sodom were out to meet him after his return from the slaughter of Chedorlaomer, and of the king were with him in the valley of Shaveh, which was the king's dale. The Melchizedek, king of Salam, brought forth bread and wine, and was the priest of the Most High God. And he blessed him, and said, Blessed be Abram, the Most High God, possessor of heaven and earth. And blessed be the Most High God, which hath delivered thy enemies unto thy hand. And he gave them tithes of all. And the king of Sodom said unto Abram, Give me the persons, and take the goods to thyself. And Abram said to the king of Sodom, I have lifted up my hand unto the Lord, the Most High God, the possessor of heaven and earth, that I will not take from a thread even to a sholate, and I will not take anything that is thine. These thou sayest, I say, I made Abram rich, save only which the young men have eaten, and the portion of the men which went with me, Anar, Eshcol, and Mamre, let them take their portions. After these things the word of the Lord came unto Abram in a vision, saying, Fear not, Abram, I am thy shield, and thy exceedingly great reward. And Abram said, Lord God, thou give me, seeing I go childless, and the steward of my house is Eliezer of Damascus. And Abram said, Behold, to me thou hast given no seed, and lo, no born in my house is mine here. And behold, the word of the Lord came unto him, saying, This shall not be thy heir, but ye shall come forth of thy own bowels, shall be thine heir. And he brought him forth abroad, and said, Look now toward heaven, and tell the stars, if it be able to number them. And he said unto them, So shall my seed be. And he believed in the Lord, and counted it for him for righteousness. And he said unto him, I am the Lord that brought thee out of of the Chadlees, to give these this land to inherit it. And he said, Lord God, whereby shall I know that I shall inherit it? And said unto him, Take an heifer 3 years old, and a she-goat of 3 years old, and a ram of the 3 years old, and turtle dove, and young pigeon. And he took them all these, and divided them in the midst, and laid each piece one against another, but the birds divided he not. And when the fowls came down upon the uh, cactus carcasses, Abram drove them away. And when the sun was going down, a deep sleep fell upon Abram, and lo, and horror and great darkness fell upon him. And he said unto Abram, Know of a surely that thy seed shall be stranger in the land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. And also the nations, after they shall serve, I will judge, and afterward shall they come out with great substance. And thou shalt go to thy fathers in peace. Thou shalt be buried in good old age. But in the fourth generation they shall come hither again, for the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full. And it came to pass that when the sun went down, and it was dark, behold, the smoking furnace and the burning lamp that possessed between those pieces. In the same day the Lord made a covenant with Abram, saying, Unto thee seed I have given this land, from the river of Egypt to the great river, the river Euphrates. The Kenites and the Kizanites and the Kadamites and the Hittites and the Perezerites and the Rephaims and the Amorites and the Canaanites and the Gergasites and the Jebusites. Matthew 5:27-48. Ye have heard that it was said to them of old time, Thou shalt not commit adultery. But I say unto you, that whoever looketh upon a woman to lust after her hath committed adultery with her already in his heart. And if thy right hand offended, um, and if the right hand offended there, pluck it out and cast it from thee, for it is profitable to thee that one of the members shall perish, and not that the whole body should be cast into hell. And if the right hand is offended thee, cut it off and cast it from thee, for it is profitable that one of thy members should perish, but not that the whole body should be cast into hell. It hath been said that whoever shall put away his wife, let him give her a writing of divorcement. But if I say unto you, that whoever shall put away his wife, saving for her cause of fornication, causeth her to commit adultery, and whoever shall marry her that is divorced committeth adultery. Again, ye have heard that hath been said by them of old time, Thou shalt not forsake or forswear thyself, but shall perform unto the Lord thine oaths. But I say unto you, swear not for all, neither by heaven, nor by God's throne, nor by earth, for it is his foothold, neither by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great King, Neither shalt thou swear by the head, because of thou cast maketh one hair white or black. But let your communion be yea, yea, nay, nay. For whoever it is more than these cometh of evil. If ye heard that it hath been said, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, but I say unto you that ye resist not evil, but whoever shall smite thee on thy right cheek, turn the other cheek also. And if a man will sue thee at the law, and take away thy coat, let him have thy cloak also. And whoever shall compel thee to go a mile, go with him in twain. Give it to him what he ask of thee, and from him that he would borrow of the turn not thou away. Ye have heard that it hath been said, they thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thy enemy. But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do to them that hate you, and pray for them which despiteful use you and persecute you, that ye may be the children of the Father which is in heaven. For he maketh his sun to rise on the evil, on good, and saith rain in the just and on the unjust. For if ye love them which love you, that reward have ye? Do not even the publicans the same? And if you salute your brother only, that you do not ye more than others, do not even the publicans so? Be ye therefore perfect, even if your Father which is in heaven is perfect. Psalm 6 1 through 10. The chief musician of Negmoth upon Shemra, the Psalm of David. O Lord, rebuke me not in thy anger, neither chasten me in thy hot displeasure. Have mercy upon me, O Lord, for I am weak. O Lord, heal me, for my bones are vexed. My soul also some vexed, but thou, O Lord, how long? Return, O Lord, deliver my soul. O save me from thy mercy's sake. For in death there is no remembrance of thee in the grave, which shall give thee thanks. I am weary with my groaning, all the night make I my bed to swim. I water my couch with my tears. Mine eye is consumed because of the grief. It is warneth old because of mine enemies. Depart from me, all ye wonders of iniquity, for the Lord hath heard the voice of my weeping. The Lord hath heard my supplication. The Lord will receive my prayer. Let all my enemies be ashamed and sore vexed. Let them return and be ashamed suddenly. Proverbs 1:29-33. For that they hated knowledge, and did not choose to fear the Lord. They chose none of my counsel. They despised all of my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way, and they shall be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whosoever hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. All right, guys. I have been waiting. I was excited to read this Bible because there's a lot of things that I had to deal with in my divorce, that I wanted to share with you guys. And what I was learning, when I was going through divorce care, counseling at church, discipleship, when I uh, found out that my husband had filed for divorce, and calling himself a Christian. And I went to get some wise counsel, and one of the things that was brought up was let him make his decision and let him go. And this is kind of what happened with Lot and Abram. And sorry. And what happened here even in Matthew, when it started reading about let them take from you. If an enemy wants to steal from you, or if they're being hateful to you, if they want to take or they want to sue you in the court of law, is what it says here. Let them take what they're going to take. Um, Turn the other cheek when someone is being hateful to you, when someone despises you. It also says about divorce in here. If a man puts away his wife, that means if he decides that he wants to file for divorce, he's throwing his wife away, the one that he committed his vows to, and he's decided he no longer wants to honor his vows. What do you do? How do you handle this? And the wise counsel that I was getting from the pastor at church and from discipleship and from um, divorce care was to let it go. Let him make that decision. Let the person who is against you continue to do what they're going to do. It's not that you are allowing them to continue the bullying. It's not that you're allowing them to continue the um, the hatefulness against you. It's to let God handle the situation and give your problems over to Him and let Him be the one that's in control. And it was very easy for me to forgive my ex spouse for what he had done, but also move forward. And